Why are you still taking out student loans? Don't make my mistake. Hey y'all, this message is for Generational Z and anyone else who wants to go back to college and feel like they don't have another option but to take out student loans. The answer is just don't do it. And if you're gonna do it, at least read the dang promissory note. Do research about interest and how much interest they trying to, get you on, and how much you're trying to take out, and how are you really gonna pay for this? Because the job that you really, really want, most likely it's not going to be guaranteed to you, unless maybe you want to be a lawyer or a doctor and you know 100% sure you're going to be a lawyer and a doctor when you're done. But even then, it may not still be worth you taking out student loans. Okay, so let me start real quick with my story. I owe over $30,000. I'm not going to tell you the exact amount, but I owe quite a bit of money. I went to school in the early 2000s, and it took me about 13 years to get my bachelor's degree. But what I did not know is that my 6% interest had a thing called capitalization. Did you read that in the promissory note? It might be there in the promissory note. Do you even understand what the promissory note is asking you or telling you to do? Well, I'm gonna tell you something real quick. Capitalization happens on subsidized and unsubsidized loans. You've heard those words before, subsidized and unsubsidized loans. Those are those federal loans they want to give to you as a gift that you got to pay back. So it's not really a gift because you got to pay it. And capitalization happens for unsubsidized loans the first day you take out the loan. Let's say, for example, I take out $2,000 for student loans because I have to pay $2,000. I have to pay this bill, got to pay this bill. $2,000. That same interest rate's high because the economy sucks. Okay? At the time that I went to school, because interest rates are based on how the economy is doing. So you going to college during a time where the economy sucks, your interest rate's gonna be high. So at the time when I went to school, it was 6.8%, but we're gonna just stick with 6%, all right, for this equation. $2,000. I take out an unsubsidized loan for $2,000. The first day I take it out, January 1st, 2022, I'm gonna start owing money that same exact day. What do you mean? So then tomorrow when I go check my bill, it's not gonna be $2,000. I only had it for a day. It's not gonna be $2,000. It might be, I don't know, 2,002 cents, 1 cent. And it's not a big deal. But 365 days later, it's a big deal because that interest I decided not to pay because I was like doing FOMO and living my best life on campus. I no longer owe $2,000. What do you mean I don't owe $2,000? I should just owe $2,000. No, capitalization happens. So within 1 year, you might owe $2,100. I didn't take out $100. Where does $100 come from? Because you didn't pay the interest on it. Unsubsidized loans, you have to pay interest from day one. That $2,100 becomes your principal. Principal is the whole amount that you owe. But wait a minute, you only took out $2,000. So how is your principal balance $2,100? Capitalization, the $100 worth of interest that you decided not to pay on for that whole year because either you couldn't afford it or you forgot, it goes into your principal. So now you owe $2,100. It's gonna keep happening every single year, every single day on an unsubsidized loan. And if you don't pay within about a year, it becomes part of the whole balance that you took out to begin with. So don't ignore that interest rate. You don't have to take the unsubsidized loan. You could decide not to take it out at all. So if you really feel like you have to take out a loan, only take out subsidized. I don't even recommend taking out any. But if you are like desperado mode and you just really like, I have to take out these loans, I really gotta take them out, then take out just subsidized only, subsidized only. It's better than unsubsidized. And you also notice the government gives you more unsubsidized loans than subsidized loans. Check your financial aid package. I'm telling you right now, check it right now. They give you a lot more unsubsidized loans than subsidized loans because they know they can get you for a lot of money on them unsubsidized loans. So if you're going to take out student loans, avoid unsubsidized loans as much as you possibly can, because that mess is a hot mess that you do not want. It accrues every single day, even if you're in college. Okay, subsidized loans don't do the same thing. They don't accrue every single day, but you're gonna eventually have some interest on the subsidized loans, okay? And let me tell you, I just wouldn't bother taking out student loans, okay? Just don't do it. It's not guaranteed, your awesome job's not guaranteed. I would just look at some other ways. I know people probably told you, go to community college. You don't wanna do community college, but at least if you're working part-time or maybe work full-time or something and like figure things out, get your scholarships up and like pay for 1 or 2 classes at a time, at least you don't have no debt. There is no rush to graduate in 4 years. There is no rush to graduate in 6 years. I'm for real. Take your time. Don't go into debt, okay? To me, it feels like another form of American slavery. Taking the student loan debt. You can't get rid of it unless you die or you become disabled. And someone has to determine that you're disabled enough that you're not able to work to make enough money to pay your loan. There's still mad people out in these streets that's been working for 20 years and still owe student loans. Don't be one of those people. Student loans are ridiculous. It's terrible. It's like a slavery. I'm telling you, you're making yourself a slave to the system because now you have to owe this debt and it's stuck on you and you can't get rid of it. You can't shower it off. It's just on you unless you just die or you become disabled. So the best thing is just to not take them out at all. Community college, grants, scholarships. If your grades suck so bad you can't get grants, scholarships, all that stuff, maybe think twice about going to college then. Maybe think twice. Take 1 or 2 classes at a time, get a trade, go to Europe or another country where you can maybe actually go to school for free. Yeah, there are ways to go to school for free. And it may not be in the United States. You might have to go to another country and get your degree. Might be a lot cheaper. You might be able to pay for it out of pocket. But don't take out student loans. All right, y'all, I hope this helped you, but please don't make my mistake. I'm in my 30s and I owe lots of money. So please just don't do it. All right, you guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.